Yo, what up? So fucking what? Let's start there because Silvergate Bank does not run crypto. It does not control crypto. In fact, its influence on crypto is so microscopically small, you might as well consider it non-existent because it does not matter. And all the news today is like, oh my God, we figured out why crypto is down today. It's because Silvergate is liquidating their assets. No, it's not. That has nothing to do with crypto and why it's down. Silvergate has been failing for months. Thank you for absorbing that. Now, moving on. Banks. Think of banks as a vessel to crypto. Now, crypto does not need banks. I want to be very clear on that. Crypto does absolutely not need banks at all. In fact, we are moving into a time where banks are actually becoming more dependent on crypto. Now we've seen Fidelity. We went Fidelity, one of the biggest brokerage accounts, you could call them the biggest bank. They went from mining Bitcoin in 2015 to now offering it to their big dogs. So we've seen that. We've seen Robinhood. A couple years now, crypto has been available on there. So we see everything moving in the direction of crypto. We don't see anything moving in the direction of banks. Have you noticed that? So where I'm trying to push this conversation is crypto does not need banks. Banks could the United States could go ahead, come on online tomorrow or on the internet, on TV, whatever, and say we are banning all ACH deposits from any bank to crypto. And you know what that would do? That would cause crypto price to skyrocket because crypto doesn't need banks. Never has, never will in a million years. Need banks. Now, right now, the mass media, all these people are lying to you. They are trying to make it seem as if crypto is down and crypto is going down. And they're trying to put this halo above themselves that banks are the reason crypto is failing because you should not trust crypto based on a bank failing. It's the most stupidest shit I've ever seen. And it's almost like a build-up. Last week we were hearing about Silvergate. And it's been a build up all the way till they liquidate and they finally caught it where the price has fallen in crypto and they're able to build up. So you guys believe this shit. Don't believe anything that they're telling you because cryptocurrency does not need banks. In fact, in the beginning, banks were not even used. When price discovery in the beginning was happening, banks were not even used. Isn't that insane to think? So, localbitcoins.com. I think Bitcoin Jason told me that they're no longer operating, but I think we looked it up and I think they were. So local Bitcoins will discontinue its service. So yeah, he was right about this. Now there's another site I think I found on one of my other videos. Now you have these people that are buying crypto, right? You have these people that have crypto. So think of these people as one and the same. The people that are wanting to buy it, the people that have it already. They're one and the same. They are the crypto bank. They are the bridge. We are the bridge that the bank is currently offering to people wanting to enter the crypto space. Rule number 1. The government is not your fucking friend. Rule number 2. The bank is not your fucking friend. Rule number 3. Don't trust rule number 1 or number 2 because they're not your fucking friend. So moving on, crypto is your friend. You are crypto. The bank is not crypto. Know the difference because it matters. A lot of people have this connection that like crypto is involved in the bank just because you need the bank to buy it. Yeah, that might be the case right now, but it wasn't in the beginning and it might not end up that way. So, that's all you got to take away from this episode, but I'll continue to ramble a little bit. Cryptocurrency was made to replace banks. Right now, the banks have locked onto them like a fucking parasite to try to squeeze any way they can, any profit they can, just like they make interest on your money any way they can, just like they become insolvent like they do a lot of times. The banks need you. You don't really need the bank. And people are starting to realize that. And as the majority of the people become poor, and as the rich become richer, the poor people will start to realize that they don't need banks. The banks need them. They need you to deposit your money into their bank. They need it so they can leverage it out and create loans that they know people can't repay and come back and buy and come back and repo your house or repo your car. They know you can't afford any of that shit. They know it. But they can loan it out and make money in the meantime, then come back and get what you paid for returned back to them, returned back to the bank. So I challenge you to do one thing today. I challenge you to call and cancel a credit card and hear their spiel of, oh, we don't want you to go. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to leave the bank? Well, because I want to. Why else would I be calling and canceling this fucking card? Because I want to leave the bank. I want to leave the credit card. So go and just try that. I beg you. I beg you to go to Chase or any of these other banks and tell them you want to close your checking account. But why would you want to do that? Why would you want to close your checking account? You see where I'm going with this? So they need you. You don't need them as much as you think you do. You do not need them. So I recommend you do two of those things. And I recommend, instead of paying that minimum payment to your credit card that's maxed out, that you're not able to afford, that's just a loan on a card, on a plastic card that they gave you, that they knew you couldn't pay back, but they wanted to loan it and make money in the meantime, and then they'll get bailed out like they always do. I challenge you to take that minimum payment, turn around and buy crypto. Fuck them, what are they gonna do? There's no debtor's jail in America. Everybody would be in jail if that was the case. Everybody's living on debt. You might be sitting behind the computer screen and you say, oh, I don't have any debt. I don't even have credit cards. Well, you're one of the few. Most people do. Most people are living on them. And most people can't afford to pay them back, and they know that. But they've made money in the meantime. Charge you ridiculous 20, 25, whatever interest rate they charge you as you creep along and make your monthly minimum payment. So you don't damage your credit, which you don't really get why you have credit. The whole reason you have credit is to give you things you can't afford. Because if you could afford them, you wouldn't need the need for credit. Therefore, they are offering something that they know you can't repay, because if you could repay it, or you wouldn't have the need for the credit in the first place. So, brings me back to my original point. The bank is not your fucking friend. The government is not your fucking friend. In rule number 3, I think I said it was, remember 1 and 2 are not your fucking friend. Because if you remember that, you will go a long way. And if you put your money into cryptocurrency, you will realize that you will differentiate between money and the bank. Because right now, the bank is money. The bank creates money. It creates debt. It creates debt that people can't afford. It gambles your money. Takes high-risk investments, invest in things that you have no knowledge about. But you think because you see a little number on your screen, think of the bank as like FTX. That little number on the screen is just a fucking number. They say it's there, but you can't go to the bank and withdraw $1 million. You can't even send $1 million without filling out a whole bunch of paperwork just to send $1 million. If you try to send it out of country, you better take a day off to go do that, because it's not going to happen in just a split second. It's going to take all motherfucking day. It's like going to the DMV. So, what I recommend you do with your time and with your money, rather than inch your way along and pay your minimum payment, pay your interest, I say you say fuck them and you don't pay it. What are they going to do? Call you? Threaten you? What are they going to do? Put a lien over your house? Put a lien over that car, or repo that car you can't afford? I'm not going to do any of that stuff. because they can't. They'll get bailed out, and their little party will continue while you are left fucked with either bad credit, debt that keeps going, that never stops. The debt never stops because they've just given you more debt. All the government and the Fed has done is given you all, including myself, more debt. They've given you things they know you can't afford. Sounds a little bit reminiscent of the 1929 crash, right? The stock market, where they started issuing debt and, exciting everybody to get a refrigerator and all these things that people couldn't afford. It's that all over again, man. This is all a scam, and they want you part of it. They want you believing into it and thinking that you can repay it. So one day that you reach the end of your debt paying journey, and you can go, okay, I own it now. I own my house now after 30 years, after I ended up paying double when I thought I was getting an interest rate of 6%. No, you paid double. You might want to go figure out all those fees and all those little things that you don't see when you sign your life away on those packets that are as thick as your arm. It's all a scam, guys. So I challenge you to give the finger to these same people and say, try and stop me. Try and stop me from buying crypto. Try and stop me from moving my money I was going to give you into crypto. And I guarantee you with absolute certainty, you will look back on it and your crypto will be worth so much more than your debt. So that's what this episode's about, guys. I hope you weren't trying to look for something more than it was, thinking maybe this would be some insightful article about, or some insightful episode about why Silvergate is failing and why it fucking matters, because it matters none at all. In fact, we've seen this kind of stuff. We've seen 561 banks in the United States alone fail in the last 22 years. So what do? They just get bought out by a bigger bank and everybody's fine with it. They don't know what really happens behind closed doors. So I challenge you guys to challenge these same people that are making you poor. And I think you'd be better off doing so. I think you'd be better off in the long run. And that's what I'm doing. To give you an idea, I'm not just telling you guys to do. This is how I live my life. I don't let these people tell me what to do. I tell them what I'm gonna do. And if they don't like it, they can go fuck themselves. Sorry. I'm not here to please the bank. But my mom died. Can you wait for my minimum payment? I just had my mom died, or I had my dog die, or I had I'm in a car wreck and I'm sitting in a wheelchair breathing out of an oxygen machine. Will you give me an extra month to make my minimum payment? No. No, we need your money right now. We don't care about your dog dying or your car accident. We don't care about any of that shit. All we care about is you to make your minimum monthly payment, you fucking peon. That's what the banks care about. They don't care that you think the bank gives a fuck about you? You think they care if you're in a bad situation or any of these life incidents that you might have encountered? They don't care. They want you to pay. That's the only reason they gave you the loan, is they want you to pay it back. So don't pay it back. Don't pay it back. Later.